I sail to find freedom, to find beauty. The wind can bring a gale. There are times when I feel scared. Sometimes the wind leaves me altogether. At those times I feel stuck.
That's beaten me.
Last episode, I sailed to the top of Lake Hāwea, a journey of 40 kilometres in my small dinghy. The experience taught me to be anxious for nothing, but now I need to get back. I need to navigate the lake, its wind, and my heart. Hāwea, my journey home.
That was thoroughly a cold night, but to get up and have a look at this place is completely worth it. There's a wee bit of breeze on the lake, not much, but enough to get going, so we're going to jump in the boat and head away pretty soon. There's the sun. Fantastic. That is definitely ice on the boat, as you can see. This will hopefully thaw it off and things will warm up pretty quick. The goal today is to get down the lake, hopefully as far as Kids Bush. The nor'west is supposed to come up, which rips down the valley instead of like yesterday's wind, which came up.
As always, the wind gets to vote on the plan too. Already, the wind is whispering that Kids Bush may be a bit too far today.
For our next trick, we just need to navigate the death trees. Just starting to come up to the first wee few of them now. So we're going to cut to starboard, leave them to port. Eesh. Certainly wouldn't want to run into one of those. Though right now I could do with a wee bit more wind. It's been a slow morning. Things have really dropped off. But there's a little bit of a katabatic just sucking air off the lake up onto the mountainside, which is getting heated by the sun. It's just enough to get us going, so nice to be able to eat lunch and sail at the same time. This is one of the stranger nor'westers I've ever had. It's coming from the south. So instead of having between 5 and 20 odd knots of nor'west, we've got about 5 or 6 knots of southerly. Now, keep on going. Now it's 3:30. Probably made it about 11 or 12 kilometres. Having to negotiate every single metre of this lake today. Quite the opposite of yesterday. Just keep nudging on. I guess we've really got 2.5 hours of good light, so while there's a little bit of breeze, I'm just going to keep on pushing up.
It's been 8 hours of clawing my way up the lake and I'm miles from Kids Bush. I realise I'm simply not going to make it.
It's flipping glassing off, which isn't good. So I'm now smack dab in the middle of the lake. We're in a race against time to get around the peninsula before this glasses off. Right now I think we're coming second.
I feel stuck.
That's beaten me. We're out of wind. Time to get the paddle out and see if we can make it to camp.
When we feel stuck, we need to accept the place that we're in, but it's important to do something about it. even if it won't get us to where we originally wanted to be.
Could be worse, I could be paddling.
As the dusk sets in, I round the peninsula and slip into a sheltered bay.
Home for the night. Not too bad.
The plan changed. As I camp in a place that I never intended to find myself in, the realization dawns that getting stuck is precisely what gifted me the privilege of witnessing the incredible beauty that was gifted me today. Little do I know that tomorrow will bring some very different challenges than what we face today.
Top of the mornings here. We just need to get out and around the corner and down to Hāwea village before this nor'west comes up as it's forecast to. But right now it's definitely pushing nor'west out on the lake. Gonna get on the water and get going.
Even as I load and rig up, I can see the mood on the lake darkening. My confidence starts to get a bit wobbly before I even leave the bay.
So we're going out reefed because I just don't really know what it's like out on the lake. It's easy to shake one out and then put one in when things get nasty, so. Right, Jim. Ooh. Hey, there's the sun, right on cue. Right. Ooh. Well, I'm glad we're reefed is all I'll say. It's a bit lumpy, there is definitely some more breeze coming down the lake. The goal is to sneak around the headland just in front of me. Hopefully things will be a bit more sheltered and at least out of the roll. Definitely shooting out from the valley behind me, so it'd be nice to get away from that, as long as it's not coming down Timaru Creek around the corner as well. Only one way to find out, and it certainly looks like a wiser choice than cutting across the lake at this point.
As I emerge out of the shelter of the bay, I'm exposed to the rising nor'wester and some pretty decent chop. Even with my gear hanging over the transom, the bow is trying to nosedive, which could send the boat into a nasty death roll.
That's getting big. Wind's definitely coming up further up the lake, so I need to get around this corner and hopefully into some calmer water. Pitch bowling isn't the way of the future.
I need to take some power out of the front of the boat now.
Coming up behind me for sure.
The jib sail needs to go.
Let's drop the jib. These can make a fast boat go slow than a slow boat go fast.
There's an immediate change in the boat's demeanour, and before I know it, we slip around to the lee side of Corner Peak.
That's better for now. We're just tucked in around beside this massive mountainside, so hopefully it's going to shelter us and not bomb us. I think the plan is to stay pretty close to shore all the way down unless things really get a bit better. I don't want to go for a swim and not be too far from shore. The water's about 12 degrees, so you don't last long in there if you're faffing around. So if we go for a swim, we want to get into shore pretty quick. So I'm just out off Timaru Creek, which means we're about 3/4 of the way down the lake. We've got a bit of a following sea, The big challenge is trying to figure out when to cut across to the other side of the lake. It's 5 kilometres. There's 20 odd knots blowing behind me somewhere. I think the time is now, and get across to the far shore and then just take our chances from there.
Decision made. I have no idea if or when the nor'west storm behind me will sweep down, but the longer I stay on the lake, the higher the chance of getting caught out.
Right, time to shake it out, I think. We're committed now, halfway across, time to send it.
Weirdly, the thought of what may happen is worse than how I felt in the teeth of it earlier this morning. For a few moments, shaking out the reef feels like the right call. But 5 minutes later, some of my fears are realised. In comes the nor'west. I'm alone in the middle of the lake with nowhere to hide.
20 minutes ago I was wondering if I was going to have enough wind to get here before lunch. Well, that's kept it interesting. Far out, they just hit, man. The reef would be nice about now. Just got to make this stick. Last couple of Ks and it's just really cut in, so time to sail it home or put it on its side.
But something is happening. As I tear down the lake, fear is giving way to thrill. I still don't know if things will get better, but I'm here now and I'm starting to enjoy it.
Seeing Lake Hāwea in all of her moods. Not sure if I like this one so much, but one way to get home fast. So Lake Hāwea's done and dusted. Lake number 12 of the 20 iconic lakes in the South Island of New Zealand.
Hāwea has been a journey. One day you feel stuck, the next day you're running from a storm. It's taught me that the calm is a gift for the prepared to pause and dwell in beauty, and that the storm is a gift for the prepared to revel in the wild freedom that only the wind can bring. The difference is not in the wind, but in how we orientate our heart towards it, and while respecting its power, submitting our schedule to the breath that nourishes the land, our sails, and our heart.